Hello and welcome to the triumphant return of Comic Haul Wednesday. After 1 week off, I'm back. Excuse the disarray, we've got decorating going on, that's why everything's turned around. The lounge, which this is, where I usually do my videos, is for 1 week only my bedroom. So everything's kind of all over the place, so forgive if everything's a bit, but that's enough of my domestic situation. You're not here for that. You want to see what books I've got today and what I'm looking forward to from them. So let's get straight to it. It was a monster week again this week. 15 books. I don't like those weeks. I like it when it's 8 or 9 books. That's really manageable, and I think for the last couple of weeks I've had that, and it's been really nice. But this week it's a bit of a monster. So let's start off with DC Comics as always, and first up we have The Flash, issue number 21. I'm really looking forward to this. I love this book. It is so good. I love Francis Manapul's art. I love the way Brian Buccellato colours it, and I love the way Buccellato and Manapul write it. It's just a really good book. This issue, as the Flash is trying to hunt down the Speed Force killer, it takes him into a confrontation in his first meeting with Kid Flash. So I'm really looking forward to this first meeting. This should be good. Next up we have Justice League, issue number 21. Shazam takes it over. It's been the backup for I don't know how many issues, but now we're getting the conclusion of the whole Shazam story. I'm really curious to see where this is going to go. Is he going to be a member of the Justice League? Which you'd think, being the backup, that would be the progression, the natural progression. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this 4 is going to finish. I'm probably the most excited I've been about this book for a while. Next up, the best Justice League book out there. It is Justice League Dark, issue number 21. On the cover there, we've got Madame Xanadu and Deadman with a bit of smoochy-mooching going on. Last issue, I think it was Dr. Destiny, I think his name was, came into it, and he introduced himself as Madame Xanadu's son. So it's like this issue, now we see this cover, and it's like, well, is Deadman the daddy? And how does that work? I thought he was a ghost. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. But I'm loving this book. Just every issue just is so consistently great. Really good book. And I'm really hoping with the whole Trinity War crossover that this is going to get a lot more people picking it up. Speaking of Justice League, it seems to be a Justice League week this week, as we also have Justice League of America, issue number 5. Last issue was a bit of a shock. We had a character killed off. I don't think the death's going to stick. I was a bit surprised it didn't get a bit more attention, a bit more tongue wagging, but I was, maybe it just shows not that many people are reading this book. I don't know, or maybe not many people bought it, because I know I didn't. I'm convinced the character will make a return, but in the short term, it's going to be really interesting to see the aftermath of what happened. Then jumping over to Image, and we have another one of my favourites is out this week. It is Clone, issue number 8. Really enjoying this book. It doesn't get much talk, but every issue is just brilliant. And one of the advantages that the independents have is that they can kill anybody off. You know, if you're reading like a Marvel, one of the big Marvel books or DC books, you pretty much know like Lois Lane isn't going to get killed. You know, even if she was going to die, or Perry White, or, Alfred, if one of them characters was going to die, it would be a big deal, and they'd hype it up beforehand. And that's one of the advantages that these creator-owned series have. Anyone can conceivably die, and all the way through it leaves you not knowing at any time, could this be it for a favourite character. So yeah, but this book's been really good. Really looking forward to see. Last issue, he had to make a different decision, and now we've got to see the consequences of that decision, so I'm looking forward to that. We then have 5 Ghosts, issue number 4 of 5. Really been loving this book. I don't know if it's because I'm getting to that age where I'm very nostalgic for things of my youth, but this just reminds me of the books of my youth, and I'm just really loving it. Very kind of old school, retro-y kind of feel, but just all kinds of great. Next we have a new number 1. I know I'm trying to cut down, but I can't resist it. It is Lazarus, issue number 1, and written by Greg Rucka. I loved his run on Punisher. I only discovered it halfway through, but I really enjoyed his portrayal of that character, so I was really interested in trying out some more Greg Rucka, so I picked up that one, issue number 1. I'll make a decision. I might buy the next issue and then make a decision whether I'm going to pick it up regularly. Now jumping aboard the Marvel train, we have X-Men, all new X-Men. Been really enjoying this book. I can understand if you don't know much about the X-Men, this would be a book that would pretty much bamboozle you. But if you are a long-time X-Men fan, then I think this is a book that you'll love, and I'm loving it. I've got gaps in my X-Men knowledge, but I do know a lot about the earlier days. It's kind of the 90s where my gaps kind of come in. But with this point in the earlier years, I'm quite, okay on. But I'm really looking forward to this issue. Hopefully we're going to find out what Mystique's plan is. Something's going on with that girl, and she's got some kind of big end game planned, and I'm hoping we're going to start seeing that come together in this issue. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Next up, one of my favourite books, always near the top of my pile. It is Daredevil, issue number 27. And if you're not reading this book, why not? Don't think, oh, he's a blind superhero. I don't want to read about a disabled superhero. It's like, it's not that big a deal. In the book, there are characters that are overweight and smell. And in the book, there are characters that are ginger and blind and are a bit of a womanizer. It's just part of them. It's just who they are. And not too big a deal's made about the disability, which I really like. But then reading, I've not been a big reader of Daredevil, but as part of Marvel graphic novel collection, they did Daredevil. I can't remember, what was it? Reborn, I think it was called. I think it was called Reborn. Something Born, anyway. But and in that, it wasn't really that big a deal, that the fact that he was blind. And I kind of like that they didn't make it too big of a, thing. Like, oh look, we got a blind superhero here. It's not. Also, if you're not buying this book because you think, okay, it's number 27, I can't follow it now, I'm going to be all out of it. Don't. Mark Waid is such a great writer that you buy this issue and instantly you'll flow with it. You'll go with it because you'll just love it. And yeah, you may want to, after you've read this issue, you may want to go and buy the trades. But it won't be out of a case of, I've got to buy it to be able to follow this. No, you can follow it from just this. But you'll want to buy the trades because you love it so much and you just want to consume as much of it as you can. It's basically like somebody bakes you a beautiful cake. You don't have to eat the whole cake to know that cake is nice. But once you've ate that one piece and that cake tastes so good, you want to eat the rest of that bad boy. And that's the same with this. Once you've read the book, you'll want to consume as much of it as you can. Please, if you're not buying this book, please go and buy it. Even if it's just this issue, just try it out. It is a really great book. Every month, so brilliant. Please buy it. Next up we have Hawkeye, issue number 11, and this is another one I've been really looking forward to. It is the issue with Pizza Dog. It's all Pizza Dog, this issue, and I'm really looking forward to that. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to that one. We then have Guardians of the Galaxy, issue number 4. I think this one looks like it could be like kind of like a filler issue, a one-off kind of story, because the previous story I think pretty much finished last issue. We've got the story with Angela starting next month, so logic would dictate this could be, that kind of issue where they just go off on something. So yeah. Next up we have Nova, issue number 5. I've been really enjoying this book. This book has really surprised me. It's Jeb Lowe and Ed McGuinness's last issue, so I'll be interested in how they wrap up their story. Next up, Wolverine and the X-Men, issue number 32, which is part 2 of the Hellfire Saga. I enjoyed part 1. I'm really looking for this one to really kick into it. There was a lot of comedy in the last issue, but there was always these sinister undertones, and I'm looking for us to explore more the sinister this issue rather than the comic. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Then we have X-Men, issue number 2. I either was going to buy this or I was going to buy Red Lanterns. I didn't have enough for both. And while I wanted to try every one of the new creative teams on the Lantern books, I Red Lanterns is probably the one I'm least interested in. And I love Oliver Capel's art, so in the end I decided I was going to pick up X-Men issue number 2, so I look forward to seeing what we got in store, and what's up with this baby that Jubilee's brought back. Interesting. And finally, technically you could call this DC, but it is listed as Vertigo, so here we go last. It is The Wake issue number 2. Really enjoyed the first issue, really sucked me in, really good story. Built it as the issue went on, it just really built, and hopefully we're going to explore a bit more what they found and what it is, and get stuck in maybe a few answers, hopefully so. So yeah, that is my books for this week, a monster haul. Like I don't think my review will be up Friday. I think there's just too many books there for me to be able to get everything done, so I would look for the review probably some point around Sunday. I should be up with the review. Last time I checked, I'm up to 111 subscribers now. Never ever expected to be that high, so thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel. Welcome to all my new subscribers. If this is your first time watching my videos, please click the subscribe button. Love having subscribers. If you like a bit of comic book goodness in your life, if you like to see reviews and views on comics, this is the channel that's going to float your boat, so please subscribe. It's always great to have more subscribers. Like I say, I will be back on Sunday with my review video, and yeah, maybe I might do an extra video on Monday, but I'm not going to say too much about that yet in case I don't get time to do it. But anywho, that's me done for another week. I will be back. Like I said, I'm repeating myself. It's summer here in the UK. All through the summer you get repeats on TV, and I'm just kind of going with that kind of flow. I'm waffling now, so I think we're going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Jason Ardra, and this has been Comic Haul Wednesday. Bye for now.